What does the letter say?
Here.
It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Don Hong have any friends on the Law Fu?
Bruh, you can't be this
If
stupid.
remembers correctly,
Well, he didn't.
he said he was exiled
Go with
from
us.
there, right?
No, I'm about to roast Pom Pom. Pom Pom, I'm about to roast your bitch ass. Are you trying to say that Don Hung had no friends? It's Don Hung. That man funny. He has a lot of friends, especially on the Lo Fu. He was kind of the most wanted criminal for a while. So you could say that everybody knew him. Friends? Jing Yuan? Like you even said here. You're like, there's a lot of friends.
Jin Yuan?
Unlikely.
Blade?
If the general sent the letter, he would have signed it.
Oh. Wait, okay, so Pom Pom wasn't saying, like, they're saying they don't know if Don Hung has friends. They're, like, saying it to jog our memory. I forgot people can say it like that.
Why don't you show Don Hong the letter? You know where to find him.
Like, you know when you sarcastically say the obvious?
Yeah.
That's what Pom Pom was doing. Pom
Dr.
Pom,
Ratio does that to you a lot.
like, basically she's like, does he have any friends on the Lo Fu? Come on now.
Yeah.
Anybody from the Lo Fu could have done it.
Dr. Ratio messaged me and it was kind of... That's March's room.
Yeah, I know. I wish she can jump on her bed. Just start jumping on it.
She
walks
comes in here like, hey!
No, she just walks in and like you turn around and you're half naked jumping on her bed.
Why would you be half naked?
It's the Trailblazer. Why wouldn't he be half naked?
Because he's wearing a coat.
Sometimes the coat gets hot. Oh shit.
Just talk to Dong Han.
Dude, that outfit must reek. He never changes. Man is sweating up in that bitch.
Neither does Trailblazer.
Nobody switches clothes. Everybody stank on this.
I feel like March 7th has like
What
9
is it?
versions of the same outfit though.
Do you need something?
Like she just bought every single one they had in her size.
Do you remember the episode of SpongeBob when Squidward gets up and changes his shirt and they're all the same shirt?
Remember SpongeBob putting on his uniform every day? And it's just a bunch of his pants.
And it's just boxes.
Yeah.
I believe one episode he put on something and then he started drawing his pants and they came out like just like his pants.
Bruh.
There's a letter for you, not for me. I'm jealous. I wish I had friends.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or
You
place.
still got a letter. I didn't.
Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember.
Damn. He's like, huh. It seems that they think I care. Bro said that.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to disappoint them.
Bruh. Bro said they suck. And unfortunately, there's no way to reverse it. Why so serious, as a certain clown would say.
Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking.
Thinking about what?
Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Don Feng's past should be handled with care.
You want bibimbap tonight? You might go to bed soon. The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the cloud hymn, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the Cedar to find Foresight. I need to ask Jing Ren about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh shit. Trial of Jing Yuan?
You
I mean Jing Liu? I got one.
Yeah, but this is their version.
Mine's better.
I'd be going through that too.
An enemy worthy of your attention is a formidable enemy.
That's him talking to her. I can't be the only one who's witnessed this. It goes on for like 3 minutes, dude.
Can you share that to Discord?
Yeah.
Oh! It's when this happened.
After all this time away from Alafu, the seed to divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring.
Dude, why is that elf lady so intimidating? Right here.
Watch out for her.
She like... She go like...
Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh? I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings.
Greetings. I need to
I
speak
feel like
to
he
the
would say it
general.
without any emotion. Greetings.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100-year salary if they like.
He's Aaron Yeager, but not Aaron Yeager. He's Aaron Yeager if he was from Seven Deadly Sins.
And like 14.
He's the type of dude who goes, watch out for my sword. It might make you bleed.
Yeah. You're so right. Dude, the day I get Yanqing on the 50-50 is the day I quit this game.
I hate him. I hate him.
Everyone says he sucks so bad, and I don't want to go through that.
That won't be necessary.
That won't be necessary. The Cloud Knights were doing their duty.
And failed.
I should be apologizing for any damage I caused myself.
For how you failed. Okay, autoplay.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
No.
No. If the General isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jing Yu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Lafu. She was the closest friend of Imbiber Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the General's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, with a gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds.
Fuck, Jing
With her
Liu.
powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with the suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition.
There it is.
That she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Imbibiter Lunae, you're here. Since you traveled all this way,
Did she
why don't
just
you
now
come and
realize?
talk with me?
She wears a blindfold.
I know. I'm gonna make this into something funny. He walks in. He just starts talking, right? He's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, gang?" And everybody's just like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, Don Hung?" And then she's just over here standing still. She's like this. And she just not one word, right? She's just standing there. And they start talking. They talk for like 5-10 minutes, a good solid 15.
Good conversation.
He catches her. He catches him up on it. It says that Imbiter Lunae or whatever. I can't say that word right.
Imbibiter.
Imbibiter Lunae is her best friend. How she is here for a day to walk around, and how Jing Yuan. Sorry, so many names. Jing Yuan. I said Zhang Li.
First of all,
Shush.
different game.
Let me go before my thought goes away.
Okay.
Okay. All that right?
Yeah.
It's 15 minutes, and then she's just like, oh, just out of nowhere, and just like, hi, and he's like, Imbibiter Lunae. It's like, yes, that was my other person. She's a little slow, but she's really good at fighting. Really good at fighting.
She's kind of lost a few screws.
Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung.
It's how she just turned around so like small. She's like, doop. And it was so dramatic. Oh, this game is amazing.
Now, which Jing Liu is the real Jing Liu?
The moonshine on the truth.
There's two Jing Lius.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison. I thought Imbibiter Lunae had been wiped from this world, but then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do I know you?
Do I need an adult?
Do we know each other?
He's like a little kid, bro.
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, Your cold and indifferent tone.
I also
is
noticed her moon
identical
goes
to
black.
the person I knew.
Like
then it goes
into an
down.
eclipse.
And then it goes back.
If my guess is correct, the
That's cool.
preceptors were
It goes through all the
unwilling
moon
to allow
phases
the
very
Ichor
quickly.
line to end, and hoped for the Imbibiter Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the Multine rebirth and turned you into what you are now.
Do you also wish to restore the High Elder succession?
So, you also wish to restore the High Elder succession, just like the preceptors.
I have no intention of meddling in such things. That is the business of the Videodora. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place.
You can actually investigate
You took
that in the
advantage
Belts
of
quest.
the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for.
What was he looking for?
It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender.
You never find out.
The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Lawcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
You know, Jing Yuan's voice actor is also Sino.
Oh.
That
She
shocked
told
me too.
me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lune Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lune, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
Horrible.
How hard is
holy
it to
shit.
choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Hate Yanqing. So rude. For what, bro? Like,
I
I
was
don't...
actually gonna make another type of joke about that. She's over here like, where do I want to go? To the far north? The southern reaches?
Star skips he wanted to see. We could have headed to the
Okay, now he's
JJs.
annoying. Shut the fuck up.
Why
I'm
did
talking.
we come all the way here.
Okay, as I was saying, she's over here like, where do I want to go? The north, the south, maybe the west, or northern south, or maybe southern west, or western north. And he's just like, go here. And she's like, ah, yes. And Don Hung was like, oh god, thank god. Don Hung's along for the ride.
He's just here for the ride,
Young
to be
man.
honest.
Have you ever heard of
He just wants to see
Bion,
what happens.
the Foxian pilot?
Fuck.
I think I'd seen that name somewhere before.
Bahung.
By Hung.
Baihung. Is Baihung? I know Bai is hung.
Let the noble
It's a
High
girl.
Elder drown the enemies in rain.
Her
We just
scrap
need
one's
a
bigger
word from
than
the
Indy
sky, I
did.
presume?
In Bibiter Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I remember fragments.
I think she was one of Imbiber de Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibiter Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I
You wanna
wanted
take
to
your
pay
meds?
tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It
There.
represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars.
I love
Due
you.
to circumstances
yeah.
beyond my control,
Those are nice.
I never had the
Sure.
chance to bid farewell to
You're
her.
best.
It is something I have regretted to this day.
Hello.
Thank you. You're so nice.
As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing starships either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
Should be easy peasy.
You know Yancheng's voice actress is Dia.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Dude, Jean Liu is so good.
Who goes there?
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after.
They put their voice actors to work.
Ah, I remember now. I've seen Baihung's name in books before.
You like to
Baihung's
read?
funny.
I couldn't tell.
I believe that's also
Hey, I don't read much,
Yukong's
but
friend
the general forced me to finish
who
a bunch
died.
of ancient
That's just
volumes
it's a
during my
funny
training.
name to me.
I remember one called
Bai
Views
Hung.
of the Universe from a
Listen,
Star
okay, you're making the same
author's
joke I
name
made
is
about
Bai Hung.
Don Hung.
That's right.
It's a good joke, right?
Baihung was the one who
I
wrote
just
that
know
travelogue.
Dan is hung, okay?
But he's old news.
Really
Bai's the
interesting.
new hung.
90% of it was
He-
about
she's
starship
just as
crashes
old of
in different
news.
worlds and
You're just
dangerous
late to the party.
situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems.
That should be charged
I
now,
remember
right?
thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Ah, her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed, her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth.
So she was
or
like a luck-based
miraculous
character.
return from behind enemy lines.
The best pilot that the
Very
Joe
few
had
star
ever seen,
skiffs
because no matter what, she
were
always
able
came
to
back
return
alive,
to
no matter
port
how
in one
deadly
piece.
the trip.
The
Yes.
folks
Except
at
for
the
her last.
Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as
He also
the Star
noted
Skiff
that
Killer.
she crashed her plane a lot more than other people, but the reason why she's more legendary is that she made it back every time. And she also, you could say that she did it on purpose in some places, maybe. Because, like, a good pilot knows when to crash their vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She
The
also
vehicle is not
possessed
worth
an
as much as your
uncanny
life.
Ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones.
Because
at
people
least.
would at first be like, why is she
Every
crashing so
omen
much?
that came out
But then
of
you
her
gotta take in
would
what's
sure
happening. What if,
enough
like, a
come
wing's on
true.
fire? What if the motor's on
Very
fire or
few
something?
Cloud Knights had the
You're not gonna
courage to
get out of that
accompany
alive.
her on missions.
So to get out alive, you're gonna have to leave the
However,
vehicle.
when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide.
I want to play as her now. Fuck.
Luck is
Right?
a type of strength, after all.
I want
I hope
a
that
5-star
this ship
Foxian character.
built
And I want
for
a
the
weird
Star
weapon.
Skiff
Give me like a
Killer
bagpipe
will
gun.
also
We
be
do
able
have a
to
5-star
return to the
Foxian character.
stars.
She's just a healer.
Imagine like a bagpipe machine gun or something. Like, I want a weird ass gun for her, or a weird ass weapon, something that nobody has yet. Brass knuckles or something.
No, it would have to be a range weapon. She's a
The
pilot,
star
remember?
skip will take shape and enter
Give me
the
a
sky port.
slingshot,
Let's go wait for
but
it.
like it gives you
It won't
different
be long.
types of ammunition.
I could kind of see
Thank
that.
you,
Um,
young man.
I mean, Gwen Ifen throws bombs.
Ooh, have her be different elements, but like they're not good. They're just like you have the ability to be any element if something's weak to an element. But it's luck based. So like say you press E, she has like a satchel of Stay with me. She has a satchel of ammunition, like Usopp, if that makes sense. And she just press E, she can get out like a poison grenade or a fire grenade or a stunning object. But it's RNG.
That would be really hard to do for one character.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of what they could do.
Like, I'm sitting here, I'm trying
But
to
remember
let
that.
you cook.
Remember what I said? If they do use that in the future. If they do, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm trying to let him cook right now, man, but it don't smell good. Dinner do not smell good. What is he cooking?
It's AIDS.
Yeah, a little.
See, the star skip is complete.
May
After
it
being
carry
away
me to my
from
death.
Luofu for so
I
I
long,
can
wanna
hear the
die.
Dia in him.
I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihong in the end?
In
She
the
got
end,
hung.
I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. In Bibiter Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
What? I can't remember.
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihang, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight.
So Baihong
We
saved
all
him
shoulder a
in his
debt
past life.
that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bibiter Lunae. You couldn't accept that Baihang was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff. Byhung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
I feel for her. So that was her, Baihung's ship?
No, they created a new one to send off a few items because it's a Foxian
Let's go.
custom.
The
That when
artisanship
a pilot
commission
dies,
is next.
you send off some of their beloved items in a in a star skiff so they can rest in the stars, basically.
Okay, okay.
You go through a whole quest with Yukong. It's long, drawn out, but it's
I
good.
remember that quest.
I had you were there when I went through it.
I did it.
Oh, you did
Online.
it too? It's long.
I just forgot
Since
it.
the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Oh shit.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
You're a
And yet
pussy.
where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at
A
the door?
pussy.
From what I heard, it was a group of outworlders
Yeah.
that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword
Oh.
techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you? Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
Like you never forgot.
Let's improvise.
Lunar flame.
Let the show begin.
There you go, hard.
Your strength.
They're a good buffer. Honestly,
Come on already.
They're just like Topaz.
What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Show your courage.
The spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
In lunar flame.
Receive divinity. Repay.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Let the show begin.
Lend me your strength.
Man, they go hard.
The dead return.
Lend me your strength.
Super Break is awesome.
In lunar flame.
I love seeing big numbers.
A miracle. Receive divinity. Immortality.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's.
Oh?
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, Don Hung. I've been trying hard to remember since the beginning of this quest. We'll try it though. Try hard to remember. Didn't work.
I'd rather leave this world
Oh,
in
never mind.
grace than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more
Blade?
than their long and meaningless lives.
You learn a lot about Blade here.
Yingxing.
That is his real name.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature, but when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsmen. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Dude, so much lore.
This is why I wanted you to do it. You learned so much about these characters here. This is part of why I like Blade so much.
And we get so much jade for this.
Yeah. Companion quests are where it's at, man.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Nope.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-lived species friend?
You know what he has the energy of? Meliodas. No. Get this. It's like an old man who spent 70 years and is probably one of the best swordsmen in this country. Or 13-year-old demon brat. And that's him. And like, he would be like chilling and then like old man's like, I'll teach you how to fight. I'll teach you my ways. And he's like, oh really? You're gonna teach me how to fight? You? Okay. Like,
Yeah.
he looks so much like a brat, dude. Like, I just want to kick him in the face.
Dead ass. That's so real, honestly.
He also looks just like Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Fucking little mouse rat boy.
Eavesdropping
Yeah.
is a
Dude, no,
bad
eventually he named the rat boy him. He rat boy.
Besides,
He the
when
original
did I
rat boy.
ever say he was
Real.
no longer in this world.
Even the cryo capsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-lived species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He became a long life species?
He transformed into a long life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny.
What does he
Some
know?
People are born with
You'll
unparalleled
see.
foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
This quest is lit.
Right?
I'm loving it. Thank you, anybody who's lurking.
For an old friend,
Anybody
you
at
don't
all?
seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
Second chance. Thank you for hanging
What
out
did you
with me.
do to him?
Thank you for hanging out with me.
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
We're getting a lot of Jinglu lore.
And Blade lore and Dan Heng lore. And you're gonna get some Jing Yuan lore here sprinkled in there too.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded.
We could do like a character quest on
My powers originate
Nah,
from the
we'll just hang out to
abundance,
some music
yet my
after this.
goals are aligned with the Alliance.
While I'm still awake.
Yeah.
The Hunt is not the only
look tired.
faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi
Music will be
dead.
good after this.
It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest.
Killing an Eon is hard, bro.
In order to sever Yaoshi's
could you
You're like,
imagine?
trust me, we tried.
one must look to the source for a different solution.
Did we?
Your
That was
master
the
happened upon
fallen
a
body of the
revelation
Order.
and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many
The Eon of
worlds
Order.
and
Yeah.
discovered
We fought him. Holy shit.
a
Like, technically,
solution.
we did fight the Eon of Order. Sunday took control of his body for a brief
I'm
moment
listening.
to fight us.
Apologize.
Sunday was really
General.
powerful.
I'm afraid the
He
next
just had
move
enough respect for
will
us
have
to
be
fight us
made on
fairly
Shu Ling.
and not use every trick he had and just smush us. He could have smushed
As
us
I expected.
if he wanted to.
Your surrender is just
That's
the next
what,
step in your scheme.
The fake ending was.
You wish to
showing us.
avail yourself
Mhm.
of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling
I
and
get that
stand
now.
before the six
It was kind of
generals,
brilliant.
even the marshal.
To do a
That
fake
is your true.
If it wasn't for Firefly, we probably never would have been able to beat him.
and
dead ass.
the purpose
Yeah.
of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jinyuan. The man I knew would never
Bro,
have admitted
Blade.
was bested.
I'm not gonna lie, Blade's so fine.
I haven't seen him in a minute. Since that Firefly flashback. And he was driving a car? Question mark?
Yes. And she did not trust him to drive her anywhere.
Because he was in a self-driving car with no hands on his wheel.
And also, he's Blade. He doesn't sleep.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are
It's
we
like
here?
canon. Bro does not go to bed.
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from the Scale Gorge waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Dunham, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
She's like, you're like my brother in a weird, kind of fucked up way.
I'm not here for a checkup, Bailu.
Miss Bailu.
Remember
She's
that?
here for a
That was pretty
consultation.
funny. I'm not gonna lie.
How you're kind of the
Here
same
for your
person.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it
It's
something
weird.
else?
Don't.
My sister, mother, brother.
I cover them to avoid
Me?
seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of
She's
expertise.
like, I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker, bro.
Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunham, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
She won't live much longer.
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice.
Dude, she is
There's a
fitted
dark
out.
current
She got the
running
drip.
Right?
Between her core essay and her
Dude.
veins.
Why is she so dripped out?
I love Violet. She's so funny.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Mm-hmm. Decline respectfully.
Today's her last day on the Lofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me.
She's
I'll
like,
prescribe
she's
her some
really
slow
cold.
returning vitality infusion.
She gotta
Won't cure
drink
her,
lots of warm
but,
water, dog.
Wait, where did my big medicine box go?
My big
sorry.
medicine
Ever
box.
since the disciples
Where'd
of
it
Sanctus
go?
Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
Dragon lady.
No.
Dragon lady.
Dragon lady. That's what everyone calls her.
Doesn't think she's actually a legendary swordsman at all, just thinks she has a little bit of the
walk will do
tism.
me good.
And that's what Bailu's thinking right now.
Bailu has no idea who she is. Bailu's literally a child.
But I believe Bailu still has the mind of a doctor. Because remember, even though they're a child, they still have the wisdom of their age.
Sort of.
That's why she's so good at healing people. She can do surgeries, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing about Violet. Remember how the hatching rebirth was tampered with?
This is how we're gonna decide this. Comment down below your thoughts on Violet and what she can and can't do.
If you know the canon, fill us in.
Protecting this one. When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Dude, this would be a good team. Dan Hung, Jing Lu, Bailu.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back.
I love how she just keeps saying Dragon Lady.
That's what everyone
Everything
calls
in
her.
its path.
Jing Lu is the fan base.
I actually love Violet. I think she's so silly and funny and cute. She had the first trailer before the game even came out.
I remember that.
It was so good too.
I was there for the hype of it.
They cooked.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Dreams do come true. Nothing
Lend
major.
me your strength. Blade. Lunar flame.
Let the show begin.
The dead return!
Lend me your strength.
Repay.
Lend me your strength.
Receive divinity.
Dude, crit, 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 crit.
That's how I feel with Arlecchino. I'm doing like 15 to 43k per tick. It's insane. I've never dealt that much damage per tick.
Out of all my moves, I think Shunling's ultimate just does the most damage, and it always surprises me. I'm like, god damn, that's so much.
Xiangling always carries. I bet that girl back hurt.
God damn.
Like, I'll be real with you, ever since I got her, she did carry the team until I started getting better characters, you know what I mean?
I still gotta catch up.
Lunar flame.
Oh, you have plenty of time. I guarantee there's at the very least 2 more years of active content coming for Genshin, so you're good.
That's good.
The dead return!
And that's at the very least. They could figure out a way to keep it going.
Let's improvise.
Make sure you got the windows open before you go to bed.
Okay.
Make sure it's cold in there for you.
Lend me your strength.
It's gonna get hot.
If you start noticing it getting hot, like
Alright.
super hot,
Let me make
just
sure
get me up.
nothing's missing.
It's better to be up.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Calming Valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here.
and at least that way I can come in here
Never make a
and you can
patient
turn
wait
on
too
the
long.
air.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And I can also like get high with you before you go to bed in here. Because I'm gonna go to bed probably by the time you wake up.
Okay.
And we can just go to bed together.
I feel that I'm down.
I'm just glad I got my channel back.
Apologies again
Bro,
for
I
the delay.
panicked so much
The
yesterday.
prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm
Oh,
your
fuck
mind.
that shit, dude.
Very well. The fate of a long life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with
You know what she
signs of
just basically did?
delirium or frightening
She had a
physical
cancer that
sensation.
doesn't show up in tests, and then she went to the doctor and was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, doc. Can you check me out and see what is wrong with me? And the doctor did all these tests, And they're just like, okay, I don't know what's wrong with you. They're like, oh, it's cancer. It just doesn't show up in tests.
And it's like, well, why didn't you come here?
They're like, what the fuck? Do you want me to, like, you just told me to do tests. And you didn't tell me that. And you didn't tell.
Remember, she's
You don't
Marshak.
seem to have any of that.
That's why. Because it fucks with your brain, dude. You start going crazy.
Allowed me to retain what life I had left in me.
Dragon
I
Lady.
may be sane, but one thing is certain.
Jinglu shows up.
My mind
Hello,
is
who are
already
you?
at its
I'm Bailu.
limit.
I'm gonna call you Dragon Lady. I would like to be called Bailu. Okay, Bailu. Hey, Don Hung. Hey, what's up? Dragon Lady. Starts over.
And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Oh, fuck. Gang pulled up. Gang pulled up like, what's up, blood? Yo, I ain't with the blood no more. I'm with the Crips. They're like, damn, really, bro? They're like, yeah.
This does not
Damn.
They switch sides on him. He's like, you ain't rocking red no more, cuz? And she like, nah, bro, it blue till the day I die.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place
One's
after
dead.
hundreds of years.
They'll never be the same.
Now you have the High Cloud Quartet, and it doesn't have the same ring to it.
Made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more.
Dude, she's sounding badass for real.
Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell.
I wonder. It is getting to the start of a new pay period for Twitch. So, is Stream Elements offering Genshin or Honkai subscriptions yet? Or not subscriptions, but sponsorships. No, not yet. Dude, when are they gonna do that?
Probably either next half of this patch or next patch.
People, 3 must pay a price.
Like, that's the only sponsorship I think I could do justice.
Lunae,
I
the
feel ya.
chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Invibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
Wait, okay, huh?
As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath.
So what happened to Blade?
To understand Blade's story, you first need to understand Don Hung's story. Did you understand that? So, you know the hatching rebirth, all that stuff?
Yeah.
Don Hung tried to use that to resurrect Bai Hung when she passed away. Because he couldn't accept the fact that she was gone. And Blade assisted him in that. He helped it with that, using the Abundance Emanator's flesh to do so, and in the process got himself cursed with immortality. He can't die now. Ever.
Who is the Abundance Emanator? Was some...
Shulu or Shuhu or something.
Oh, them?
The one they were talking about earlier, yeah.
So they just killed them.
When they killed them was when...
You got this.
So, at the fight where they fought Shuhu or whatever the fuck their name is, Bai Hung crashed into it to open a path. Because Shulu had Don Hung captive, I guess. I don't remember the exact wording, but they had Don Hung captive.
Okay,
so,
I'm getting it. You don't gotta tell me anymore. So basically, they're in a big fight, all 5 of them. She crashed her vehicle. This time, she didn't make it. She died, but it saved Dan Hung, who was captured by this emanator of, what was it?
The Abundance.
The Abundance. And they were just a bad person at the time, big bad, evil villain. And because of that, the 4 of them feel so bad, but Dan Hung's like, there's a way, but it's forbidden. And then he did it anyway with a blade, and he got cursed by it.
And Don Hung was tried and jailed, and
Blade ran away.
Blade... She might tell you that...
I think Blade ran away. That's where... Because I remember he ran away, but I never knew why. Now I know why. Okay. I'm starting to get all the story together. Okay, I'm getting it now.
It is time we pay.
My head kind of hurts, but it's okay.
Imagine how I felt just now.
Thank you.
Half asleep.
You did great.
He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest.
Nah, you know what I think they might do? Not right now, but you know how there was like this is darker, right?
And I will face
So,
the punishment of the Alliance. And
I feel like Blade is
eternal
gonna die
punishment
for us in the future.
before pain and even
He may even
worse
join the
price.
Astral Express for a time. But later on, I can see him dying, and like he remembers what she said, that she would die, he would die, and never get a place to rest with a blade in it. Like he could die for us, maybe, or maybe even Dan Heng dying for us. I believe there's gonna be some deaths, like someone staying behind, or they could do even worse. And remember how Black Clover did the Yami death? Or not even a death, because like they're torturing Yami, they're torturing bro. So I could see something like we fight something and we think we're gonna win, right? It's going our way. We get our new weapon for that emanator or Aeon that looks down on us, right? We get that music going, we're victory, right? Then Welt gets captured and gets fucking skewered and gets taken through a portal as he like stops us or something, because Welt's our strongest ally. Admit it. Out of everybody on the train, Welt's like Madara.
Dan Heng's a literal dragon.
Well, what did you say? He went between two different dimensions?
Kind of, yeah. He is. I will say though, if you're going with the lore of Honkai Impact 3rd, which I don't know everything about, so I could be a little bit off. And he is canon from that universe, taken into Star Rail's universe. So he, to my knowledge, sacrificed his life to save his homeworld. And in the process, somehow ended up in the Star Rail universe. And his cane has the power of a black hole. He was the second Hersher of Reason, which is basically a human being who has godlike powers, with the powers of reason.
So that's why. Remember what happened to Yami? How he was a target from the beginning, because that one dude from the Spade Kingdom, he's like, I want to be able to absorb these powers from people. And it could be Dan Heng too, because remember, it was two people. It was also the captain of the Golden Sun.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like Dan Heng and like go all out, and they both charge at the enemy, and they were who they needed to begin with, and they do some shit like skewer them, and they're like, okay, I got what I needed, time to leave. They open a portal, and you try to stop them, but they're through the portal before you can even stop them. So, and we gotta wait an update. That would be the best part. You gotta wait.
Oh my god.
They would do that.
They would do that too.
Wouldn't that be so fucking badass though?
Yeah.
It would actually make us dread what's gonna happen next, and if we're gonna save them.
And something I do want to say about Welt, you know, in the Argenti quest where you first meet him,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in the cutscene where the train crashes and you all fall over.
Yep.
Welt is the first one to pull out his weapon.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
It would also make us feel like we got to step up more, as people on the Express vanish one by one. They could even do something like a big reveal that it was the Emanator of Destruction, or like the Eon of Destruction from the beginning, doing all this. And he just wants to become more stronger. Like he wants to become a ruler of all the Eons or something.
So I know we're going to see more destruction emanators and people following the path of destruction throughout the game, because they've made it clear that Nanook wants everything gone, dead, you know? And they made it clear that he's going to be probably an enemy at some point. But I'm a little bit tired of destruction emanators, you know what I mean?
But imagine that, like, he has the power of imaginary from 2 users, so he can create black holes, create water serpents, dragons, and he can also create, like, the light magic Dan Heng can do.
Yeah.
And then the destruction magic he could do, if he absorbs them. That would be a great final boss to Honkai Star Rail.
You know what I want?
Just all kinds of different ultimates coming at you.
I want a Welt power-up. Like, where he actually shows his full power.
That's what I mean. I think he could also, instead of being impaled, what if he's able to take on like an army or so?
Well, he could get impaled, and that being impaled releases his power. They did that with Dan Heng already.
That
and
could be it
the
too.
Trailblazer got impaled too. Remember Kokolia? She impaled you.
True.
We've seen 2 people be impaled in this game.
But you also brought up a good idea. Like, instead of just being impaled and kidnapped, what if there's too many enemies and Welt's the only person who can stay behind? And when we're like off leaving, we can actually see what he really can do. He just goes all out against an army.
He just doesn't want to do it in front of his friends.
And as soon as like we're out of the safety zone, he says some like scientific shit like 2,838 feet or something. And he's just like, and it's all safe for me to whoop your ass.
I really want to see Welt do some more. You know what I mean?
Because he is the strongest out of all of us, technically. So
Like,
I want to see what he can do.
Canonically, he is the strongest. That is
But
a fact.
I also want him to be taken off the team. Not because I like want him not playable. Still make him playable as a gimmick character, because he should be a lot stronger technically than all other characters.
Technically,
He
yes,
should be
but
one-shotting everything, but like, you know what I mean?
the reasoning for that, if you're going by
Balancing.
lore,
It's gameplay balancing.
yes, that is the mechanic reason. But the lore reason is simply that he doesn't want to use it.
That too. It's too much like for us to take. What I want to also add is I just want to see us on the train get weaker, so the scale of like us dying goes up. So I want, like, to be honest, Himiko to end up having to be at the space station or something like that. March to even have to take a break. Dan Heng, and just like us and Pom Pom for a while.
I could see them benching those characters in particular. Welt, though, has so much significance to the lore that I almost don't see them benching him. However, I could see them benching Himiko. They killed Himiko in Honkai Impact 3rd. She's dead in that game.
Mm-hmm.
She sacrificed herself to save the main character, to my knowledge. And it was a really, really sad scene. Like, her death is shielding the MC with her sword and her body.
They did the Aruka Sensei.
Kinda, yeah. I'm gonna look at the picture of it, just because it's a good...
And we've been sitting here for a bit, but I'm gonna look at the picture before I start it.
Okay, give me, like, literally 30 seconds.
You're all good. Some good weed, bro.
There we go.
Oh.
Her design in Honkai Impact 3rd isn't my favorite, but she's like a general, kind of.
They're going for military.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about this quest after, because I forget that I'm gonna export this to YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about this.
High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
This is good weed.
It's so good.
Plus the combo of that and the wax, I'm so lit right now.
I'm gonna borrow that when you go to bed.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness.
Hit this.
What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuche. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-like reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying
So what
to
is he
destroy the
doing?
plans of others.
Pause.
But in the end,
Let her
whether
talk.
it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path.
So, basically, she was expecting to go to one place, but she's actually going to go to a different place.
Is it worse or good?
I don't know. I'm gonna say that it's not the shackling prison, so it's better than that.
No matter. I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end.
Sounds like power,
Ultimately,
but sad.
I will stand on the side of
Like,
victory.
her voice actress did such a good job at making her sound
Then I shall see
tired
this gamble through.
and on the verge of insanity at the same time.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
Pay attention here.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Best cutscene.
Oh fuck.
We were
They
here
fighting?
once,
They beefing?
700 years ago.
What happened?
Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future.
Oh shit!
To linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days
They going at it, bro.
definitely before us, like a Ciancho lifetime. Yet dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Wait, you can't pause it?
No.
What? Fuck! We're gonna go watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
That was a good clip though. Fuck! And then it just ends. That's something Genshin has better than Honkai. You can pause the cutscene.
You can?
Yeah. It doesn't skip it.
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes.
This is amazing, bro.
Dream.
The choreography, the fucking animation, the flashback, the fucking moveset, all the shit.
Days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Ciencio lifetime.
And then how he takes her fucking blindfold off. That was so sick, bro.
Will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Why did I skip it here? Woo!
A familiar feeling.
Okay, that's... Oh, I didn't skip it. Nice. Okay, I didn't skip it. Oh, I thought I skipped it for a minute.
Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored.
God damn, bro. He a true blood Death Knight.
It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Enigmatic Lune commit such an unforgivable sin?
Bro, they did Death Knights better than Death Knights and they don't know.
I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the
I won't cry.
abominations
There's
can
my
return
one.
time
I won't
and time
cry.
again?
I might cry.
I did cry.
Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drink to drown our sorrows.
Bro. He just keeps coming back to life. That was... Whoa.
I think you can talk to all of them.
Imbibitor Lune, what do you plan on doing next?
That
Using
seagull
my
sounded like it
trailblaze.
was right here, dude.
He's right in my ear. But I'm planning on going to use my Trailblaze power in wrestling, bro. Dude, that seagull sounded like he wanted to smoke.
I thought he was in the room with us for a minute there.
Bro, that seagull was in my heart chamber. I'm going to return to the Express.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara's
Fuck it, I'm gonna leave it up, but the seagull's gonna be annoying.
rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibiter Lune.
Dude, their voice actress. That goodbye sounded so pained.
It was good.
It sounded like she didn't even want to say it.
We'll finish with Blade. He's my most interested character.
Right?
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Don Fang's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Don Hung.
His hungness has went down a notch.
Why can't you talk to Yan Cheng? Why is he still here?
Go home, kid. Go eat some apple
The
juice.
general wants me to forget about
I said
everything
eat
I
some
saw
apple
today.
juice. He's just trying to protect you, bro.
I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Fallout is a good game. Try it.
Goodbye for now.
It's like
Done.
that wasn't what I asked.
Go away.
The next time
Goodbye for now.
it'll be under
Leave me
happier
alone,
circumstances.
stranger. And now for the important one.
This was a good quest.
I told you.
I had to do this to actually understand what you meant.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
I could do it with my sword.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit.
I don't think he liked that.
This is the price the two of us must pay.
Just give up already.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now.
Bro. Every time you meet Blade, he's just like, oh, poor me. Poor me.
Cause
You wanna fight? No? Okay.
poor
me.
Yeah.
Poor me.
He's the edgiest character ever, but I love him.
I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
But yeah, the reason he hates Don Hung so much is because Don Fung got him to assist.
They're checking in on him.
I know, they do it all the time. It's so cute.
Is everything okay, Den Hun?
Look at the group chat name.
I heard you received an anonymous the Astral Express family.
Sobbing. It's so cute.
And we were worried, so we came here to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. I'm okay. Did that poker face Stellaron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? Phew, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made coffee.